Hello everyone, welcome to ChessVisor. In this video, I am going to show you a very nice trap in which you can easily win your opponent's queen in just 4 moves. So before we continue the video, please subscribe and also press the bell icon for the instant updates. So let's get started with the video. The trick which I am going to show you is from the famous Tennison Gambit. First of all, we should know what is a gambit. Several years back in the chess.com, I wrote a blog in which I explained clearly what is a gambit. I am linking that in the description for your understanding. Gambit is nothing but a sacrificial idea. It could be a pawn, a minor piece, a rook, or even the queen. Why we need to do that? For example, yourself you are playing a gambit or your opponent playing against you for the following reasons. The first one is lead in development. Second one is tactical reason or for a checkmate. Third one is creating open files or the lines for the attacking ideas. And the final one is exposing the enemy king. Keeping all this in the mind, we will just look at this trick. Let me put this on the board. In order to execute this trick perfectly every time, you always have to play from white side. So you should open the game with e4 and you also want your opponent to play this specific opening, that is d5. That is called Scandinavian defense. So for this, white has only one good reply, that is to take the pawn. For example, e captures d5. After that, black has two replies. One is queen takes pawn, otherwise knight developing and then attacking the pawn. These are the main lines, but we are not going to see that today. Instead of that, we are going to play this unnatural move, that is knight to f3. And this move allows black to capture the pawn on e4. So now you are going to play this move, knight to g5. After knight to g5, black has many replies as I marked here, but we are going to see only one reply which favors us. So that is the move knight to f6. So before that, what are all the options black has? That is pawn to f5. He can play pawn to f5 to hold on to the pawn. Otherwise, he can play this move bishop f5. Again doing the same with the bishop. And another two sensible moves I want to highlight here, that is pawn to e5, just opening the attacking line against the knight by the queen. Now we are going to capture the pawn and we will continue the game. So the third move I want to highlight here, that is knight to c6, just continuing the development. So instead of all these things, we want your opponent to play this knight to f6 move, that is same thing what pawn f5 was doing as well as the bishop f5 move was doing, right? So same thing now knight is doing, but it makes some sense because it develops a piece. Now what you are going to do is you are going to play another stupid move, that is pawn to d3. Now black has one good reply, that is bishop to g4. That is one good reply I want to highlight again. But most of your opponent is not going to play that move because he already has the extra pawn. Now you are going to give up another pawn, right? So you are going to give up the pawn on d3. So now black will capture on d3 and now you are going to play this bishop captures d3 move. The idea of our gambit and the trick is, so now you can see our knight sitting on a g5 just attacking f7. Now we are going to coordinate this knight as well as the bishop on f7. So that is our idea. Many of the players definitely will try to kick the knight because it is annoying in the king side. So he will play the move pawn to h6. After h6, you are going to sack your knight on f7. So knight takes on f7 with the forking idea of rook and the queen. Now black has two options, that is one is to capture the knight, another one is to save the queen. Even if black saves his queen, you will definitely emerge with a clear winning position by capturing the rook on the corner and then come back with g6 because your g6 square is already covered by your bishop. So most of the players will accept the sacrifice on f7. So king captures the knight and then you are going to give this check, that is bishop to g6 check. Now black has no option but to capture the bishop and then you are going to win the queen. So this is the trick I want to cover. If you are new here, please check my previous video called the top 10 chess tips to improve your chess opening. And also please like this video and also share across your friends and families and show your support by subscribing to the channel Chess Wiser, your wise choice to improve your chess.